I love math interviews. And I will say that it takes a long time sometimes. I have 18 students, so meeting and interviewing them, it takes a decent chunk out of your day, your week, your month. But it is so worth it to me. Now, one thing that's been beneficial, though, is putting up more of a focus on formative assessment for me personally. Because if I do really good note-taking, and I go, okay, like, little Johnny can count to 30. He doesn't have to count to 30 for me again, just because it's October now. I know that he can do that. But I think for me, the best part of that is actually getting to see the kids access a task one-on-one, and getting a clearer picture of what their understanding is. And if they have misconceptions, kind of watching them struggle with that. And this kind of impacts my grouping a lot. Just in that, like, if a child has similar misconceptions as another child, I may look at, like, well, how can I group these kids together? And in small group instruction, how can I push back against this, this challenge, this roadblock that we're having? But, like, even for my students who are typically pretty high achieving, having the chance to kind of push back on them and making them articulate their thinking, show me how you know, like, how did you know, and not accepting, like, my brain just told me or I just knew, really pushes them to take ownership of their strategies and their practices. But then it also, like, helps me to go, okay, like, you really have mastered this because you deeply understand this, rather than like, oh, it was a lucky guess, or things like that. So those purposeful one-on-one conversations really allow for me to just know what my child's misconceptions are and what their needs are, and it's well worth the time, in my opinion.